Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I learn from daily. Shalom to you, Rafi Akwaf, who listen and tune in as well. Shalom to you, Akim, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. And I came across this video put up by Epic Adventures Archives, and it reads, "The Southern Ocean, the world's most dangerous ocean." All right. And, I immediately thought about the scriptures. I immediately thought about the Heavenly Father and His Son, okay, Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, the one you people call God, and Yahweh Shai, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father's Son. All right, Yahweh means He exists or existing one, and Yahweh Shai means He saves or He delivers. All right, and those two powers created everything that you see. All right, Yahweh Salakia gave His Son and the holy angels, the blueprint on how to create using the elements, how to create everything that we see, on this earth. All right, the seas, the animals, all right, the trees, okay, everything, man. All right, and that is who you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans should ultimately fear. All right, all of us, man. Okay, fear Yahweh Yahweh Shai. All right, because they're great in power, man. And when you watch this video, with the seas and how deadly they are, how dangerous they are, how big these waves can get, how powerful the waters can move, man. All right, and these waters are kept back by the decree of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, Yahweh. All right, let's go ahead and play this clip, and then we'll get some scriptures.
At the bottom of our planet lies a body of water so vast and violent, it circles the globe without touching land. Here, waves...
All right, hey, that's the power of the Lord, man. All right, fear Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, these violent waters, okay, are kept back from land. How is that? Is it because Esau, the so-called white man, does it or said so? No, man. It's the Heavenly Father that keeps these waters back, man. All right.
Rise higher than a 5-story building. Winds howl past 70 miles an hour, and the water temperature hovers just above freezing. Few ships travel this route by choice. Those that do know one truth. If something goes wrong here, help is days away. For centuries, sailors spoke of these waters with awe and fear. They called them the Roaring Forties, the Furious 50s, and the Screaming 60s. This is the Southern Ocean, the cold, endless sea that surrounds Antarctica. It's the least explored, least forgiving ocean on Earth, and yet it plays a bigger role in our world than most realize.
Which, just to quickly say, where you there's a video. I don't know if it's still up, but you got a man who he found, he got a video, or he got, small footage of a video of what, through just speaking as a man through the spirit, which was believed, okay, to be a large sea creature, which could have been Leviathan in this region. Okay, it said, like he said, it's the least explore, man. These devils, these Edomites, they can't. There are certain parts of this world, okay, this earth that they can't touch, man.
The Southern Ocean forms a ring around Antarctica, a vast, cold expanse that links the Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans into one continuous body of water. Its northern limit sits near 60 degrees south latitude, an invisible line that marks the beginning of the coldest waters on Earth. Below that line lies a world shaped by wind, ice, and isolation. What makes this ocean different from every other is its freedom. It circles the planet without hitting land, the only ocean that can. Because of that, its winds never stop, and its swells grow until they become moving walls of water. Those same winds drive the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, a stream so powerful it carries more water than all the world's rivers combined. That current ties the planet's oceans together, redistributing heat and nutrients across the globe. The Southern Ocean covers about 7.8 million square miles, nearly twice the area of the continental United States, but it remains one of the least explored places on Earth. Its scattered islands, South Georgia, the South Orkneys, and the Kerguelen, are small outposts surrounded by hundreds of miles of empty sea. The coast it surrounds is nearly all ice. Massive shelves extend from Antarctica's edge, some hundreds of feet thick, forming floating cliffs that calve into icebergs the size of cities.
All right, so just to give you a visual, all right, of the power of Yahweh Yahushai, man. All right, and these powers should be feared. All right, and they're getting ready to be feared once again. Proverbs 8:28, and it reads, "When he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep." All right, the waters, man, the seas. Who? All right, Yahweh, man. Okay, and how did he do it? Via his son and the angels, man. All right, Proverbs 8:29, when he gave the sea his decree that the water should not pass his commandment. So the Lord has the seas, okay, at his command, man. Right? It's heavy, man. When you really just think about it, we forget these things. The seas, right? The waters make up is the waters make up over 70% of the Earth's mass. All right, and the Lord is holding these waters back from hitting the land. Okay, that's the power and the majesty of the Lord, man. Living these day-to-day lives. On a rat race day in and day out, man. You forget. All right, it's easy. Jake is very forgetful, man. It's easy to forget the power of the Lord when he appointed the foundations of the earth. All right? Yahweh Shema Shai did that. He is holding these waters back, man. This is why you should fear the Lord. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You Israelites, you're his people. You're commanded to fear the Lord. Jeremiah 5:21, and it reads, "Hear now this, O foolish people." All right, you Israelites are very foolish because you have no fear of the Lord, man. All right, you just do whatever you want to do, not knowing that the Heavenly Father, all right, can which he's not gonna flood the earth again. All right, he's gonna burn it with nuclear fire. Okay, that's gonna cleanse the earth this second go around, but the Lord, that's the power he has, man. He's holding back the seas, the waters, all right? And without understanding, you don't understand who the Heavenly Father really is. okay, and what he's about, all right, and what he's capable of. You know, your understanding of the Lord has been given to you by Esau, the so-called white man. Okay, beginning with the elites who formed all these false religions, man. The Christianism, Catholicism, all right, Islamism. The list goes on, man. Okay, that's not the God of the Bible, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. All right, you're not hearing the message that the prophets, beginning with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and the men on down, you're not hearing what what we're saying about the Heavenly Father and the Son. Okay, you want that feel good message, man. All right, you want to be told that the Lord is He's just love. All right, no, man, the Lord is a terrible power. Jeremiah 5:22. Fear ye not me, saith the Lord Yahweh. That's the Lord is in all caps. All right, the Lord He's asking, do you fear ye not me? You know, you out of your mind if you don't fear power who's holding back millions upon millions, billions gallons of seawater from hitting the land and destroying everything. Okay, you're insane if you don't fear a power like that. All right, will you not tremble at my presence, which I placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree? So the Lord, He has the sand for a bound. Right, that's the man. That's power, man. All right, that's power. Okay, you have the sand that is holding back these billions upon billions gallons of water. All right, and the creatures in those waters, man. Okay, but very soon, the Lord is going to unleash, these different creatures, man. That's going to come out the sea, man. Leviathan. There's many Leviathans. All right, that it cannot pass it. And though the waves thereof toss themselves, as we seen in that video, 5-story high waves, man. You know, just imagine if you seen a 5-story high wave coming straight for your house, man. You will shit your pants. Okay, yet can they not prevail? Though they roar, okay, like he was talking in that video, man. Those waves, those waves are so powerful that they make noise. Okay, they roar, man. All right, if you ever been on sea and you've heard a huge wave, it actually makes noise. All right, that's the power of Yahweh Shema Shah. Yet can they not pass over it? Why? Because the Lord has a decree. Okay, that's how powerful our power is, man. He can put a decree. All right, that these monstrous waves don't destroy don't destroy land. All right, and they do it. Okay, that's the power that you're dealing with. All right, Colossians. We'll start at Colossians 1:15. Yes, who is the image of the invisible God, invisible power, the firstborn of every creature. Who is this? Yahweh Shai, the Son of the Heavenly Father. All right. Colossians 1:16. For by him were all things created. All right. So the Lord, the Heavenly Father, used His Son to create the waters, okay, the oceans. All right. What via what the elements, man. Water is just nothing but it's nothing more than an element. Okay, just like fire, it's nothing more than an element. All right, and Yahweh Shai are holding these waters back, man. They that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible. All right, everything, man. Okay, the spirits, all right, the angels, right and left, okay, are all created by Yahweh Yahushai, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All these were created by him and for him. So Yahweh Shai, he controls. He's in the Lord gave, Yahweh Shai power, man, full reign. All right, all these things were created for him, man. Okay. And Esau, so-called white man, these heathen, they ain't running a damn thing. Okay, you shouldn't fear them. Okay, shouldn't fear the so-called white man. You shouldn't fear, these Ishmaelites, the so-called Arabs. You shouldn't fear these Moabites, the so-called Chinese. None of these heathen, man. Right? They ain't running nothing. All right, it's the Heavenly Father and the Son running the show. Okay. Colossians 1:17, and he is before all things, and by him all things can consist. All right, Yahweh Shai. Okay, those are the powers that you should fear, man. First and foremost, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, all right, and His Son, because He gave His Son the power. All right, Psalms 33:6, and it reads, "For by the word of the Lord Yahweh were the heavens made." All right, who's the word of the heavenly? Who is the word? Yahweh Shai. Okay, He's the word in the flesh, right? And all the host of them, right, the angels, by the breath of His mouth. Okay, so the Lord, He used His Son and the angels to create the waters, the seas, man. All right, those the powers that you Jake should fear. Psalms 33:7. He gathered the waters of the sea together as a heap and laid up the depth in the storehouses. All right, that's right, man. All right, Yahweh Yahushai. They gathered the waters, man, of the sea, created using the elements to create the seas, man, the waters, man. Okay. Psalms 33:8. Let all the earth fear the Lord Yahweh. All right. You don't, you Jakes, you don't fear the Lord now, but you getting ready to. Okay, we all are, man. Okay, myself included. All right, because you can say, oh, I fear the Lord. I'm doing my videos. I'm going out teaching. I fear. Yeah, I fear Yahweh Shema Shai. It sounds good. You can say it, but do you really? Do we all really fear the Lord, man? The Lord is getting ready to show, okay, this world what fearing Him really means, man. All right, this is why the prophets, when they saw certain visions, man, they were so afraid. Okay, let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of Him. All right, and that's what's coming. Okay, this world, okay, is getting ready to be in awe of the power of Yahweh Yahushai, man. Especially when Yahushai get on the scene. Oh yeah, man, it's that's when that fear is really gonna set in, man. Okay, when Yahushai, He said He will not meet thee as a man. Okay. All right. That'll be the end of the lesson. That was the last scripture I had. Lord willing, this was edifying. Okay, and hey, continue to fear Yahweh Shema Shai. With that, I'm gonna say Shalom.